Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going on an absolutely fascinating journey. We're looking at the biological marvel and the profound symbolic depth of the human heart. It's the hardest working muscle in your body, but it's also so much more than that. It's the poetic doorway to connection and literally the center of our entire human experience. Let's get right into it.
So let's kick things off with a mind-blowing number. 100,000. That is roughly how many times your heart beats every single day. I mean, just think about that for a second. If you tried to just tap your finger 100,000 times a day, you'd be utterly exhausted, right? Yet this incredible organ in your chest manages this relentless rhythm day in and day out without you ever having to even think about it.
And that brings us to the ultimate question we're exploring today. How exactly did the hardest working physical muscle in our body become the undisputed symbol of our emotional and spiritual lives? Are we just walking biological machines, or is the heart truly the captain of the soul?
Section 1. The ultimate biological engine.
To really answer that question, we first have to appreciate the staggering biological reality of this organ. Over an average lifetime, this relentless pump is going to beat more than 2.6 billion times. From well before you were born until your very last day, it just works continuously. You don't have to plug it in, there's no scheduled maintenance, and you never ever have to consciously tell it to do its job.
And every single minute, it's pumping nearly 1.5 gallons of blood through roughly 60,000 miles of blood vessels. To put that massive number into perspective for you, you have enough blood tubing inside your body right this very second to wrap around the Earth's equator twice. It's wild.
This just brilliantly illustrates the sheer physical power we're talking about here. Your heart generates immense energy. We're talking enough energy in a single day to drive a heavy truck 20 miles down the road. All of that incredible, raw mechanical energy is happening right inside your ribcage, right now. Now, if we pan out and look across the animal kingdom, the scale of this organ is just as fascinating. On one end of the spectrum, you have the microscopic heart of the tiny fairy fly insect. It's so small you actually need a microscope to even see it. And on the complete opposite end, you've got the massive 1,000-pound heart of the blue whale. Get this, a blue whale's heart is so large that a fully grown human being could easily crawl right through its aorta. But what makes all of this possible is the heart's own internal electrical pulse. It has an electrical conduction system, which is basically a specialized network of cells that lets the heart act completely independently. It generates such immense energy that a human heart can actually continue to beat even when temporarily separated from the body. It is a true self-sustaining marvel.
Section 2. The shape of love. So how exactly did this pulsating, anatomically complex biological engine transform into the scalloped red icon we doodle in our notebooks? The visual evolution is actually amazing. We start way back in the 5th and 6th centuries BC with the ancient Roman silphium plant seed, which was associated with love and reproduction and perfectly matches our modern heart shape. Then, by the 1250s, you see manuscripts showing lovers handing over pine cone-shaped hearts. Fast forward to 1305, and the artist Giotto paints Charity handing her heart to heaven. By the late 15th century, the modern scallop shape gets locked in on European playing cards. And finally, in 1977, the famous I Heart New York logo literally turns the symbol into a modern verb for love.
But what's truly fascinating is that this connection between the physical and the emotional, it isn't just a cultural symbol, it is medical fact. Emotional distress can literally, albeit temporarily, break the physical mechanics of the heart. It's a recognized condition called broken heart syndrome, which proves for sure that our emotions carry a very real physical weight inside our chests.
Section 3. The power of intuition.
This deep biological link to our feelings naturally leads us to how the heart serves as our internal, intuitive compass. Throughout history and across cultures, we're constantly reminded that our deepest wisdom isn't always found in rational thought. There's this beautiful Native American proverb that notes, "While the wind talks and the silence speaks, it is the quiet, steady rhythm of the heart that truly knows." Our intuition lives right there.
And hey, this isn't just ancient wisdom either. Even modern, hyper-logical visionaries recognize this. Steve Jobs famously advised against letting the noise of the world drown out your inner voice. He knew that trusting your instinct, that unexplainable gut feeling securely filed away in your inner heart, is really the truest path to authenticity and success.
Section 4. The heartbeat of storytelling.
Because the heart is so central to the human experience and acts as this doorway to connection, it fundamentally dictates how we communicate with each other through stories. Take the Muse storytelling framework, for example. It proves that compelling narratives actually follow a heartbeat of their own. They rely on the 3 W's: wins that give us hope, wipeouts that give us pain, and wild moments that provide surprise. Just like an EKG reading of a healthy heart, a great story has to have peaks and valleys. If the line is flat, well, the story is dead.
We see this reliance on the power of the human heart constantly in modern media too. Just look at the massive popularity of JRPGs, or Japanese role-playing games. In these expansive stories, characters literally overcome impossible, world-ending odds using nothing but the inherent goodness of their human connections. Time and time again, the message is that friendship, love, and the human heart are the ultimate superpowers.
Section 5. Heart-centered living.
And this brings us to our ultimate, actionable takeaway for today. How do we actually apply this heart-mind alignment to our everyday lives? Well, researchers at the Heart-Paced Institute have mapped out the tangible benefits of what they call heart-centered living. By intentionally shifting from a stressed-out, mind-dominant state to actively engaging our true heart feelings, things like peace, joy, and gratitude, we unlock some absolutely incredible benefits. We actually decrease the physical effects of stress, we reduce our emotional reactivity, eliminate burnout, and foster deep, authentic connections with the people around us. It's a real game changer.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder. If your heart has the physical power to drive a truck 20 miles, the absolute endurance to sustain 2.6 billion beats, and the capacity to hold the emotional weight of your entire life, what could happen if you finally started listening to it? Take a moment today, listen to that rhythmic pulse in your own chest, and let it guide you. Thanks for joining me, and keep learning.
Thank you so much for visiting my YouTube channel and my unofficial biology on Facebook page. Thank you.